Contemporary Issues Through Video Conferencing is a course with the goal of promoting global awareness and understanding through a combination of video conferencing, online learning projects, email, online chats, and other classroom experiences.
Well, video conferencing really is unique because it uses so much technology in the class. Starting from just the plasma TVs themselves to all of the recording and the teleconferencing systems that we have in the class.
My students want to learn how to live and how to live actively. This course, Contemporary Issues Through Video Conferencing, helps to educate global citizens who are ready to respond to the enormous and pressing challenges facing humankind in the 21st century. I, as an educator, have a responsibility to prepare those students, my global citizens, to face those challenges today.
This course taught me how to be really a global citizen because it gave me the opportunity to talk to people from around the world, across the country, and just learn their perspectives and opinions about different topics.
You get to have a relationship with students all over the world, so you get the true insight on what being an American is and how America is perceived in other parts of the world.
I am extremely happy that I took this course. Really one of probably the top 3 courses that I took my entire high school career. Something that really encapsulates all the things that I like about coming to school. It was, speaking to people who were interesting, whether that's a politician or whether that's somebody at the forefront of an organization.
I got to learn a lot about myself. I'm not like a dancer, I'm not like one of those type of people who have done something since they were little, like a talent. So this is something totally out of the normal that I know I can do well and talk to whoever I want to confidently now. Like any expert you put in front of me, like I don't hesitate to speak to them.
My favorite video conference was the one we had with Germany because all we did was basically just have a cultural exchange and talking to somebody from a different country and sharing our differences.
In CITWC, my students study, explore, and investigate world problems as part of their education on a daily basis. I hope that they will be able to make a contribution not just to the dialogue in my classroom, but in actions outside the classroom.
I think the conference with Egypt definitely had the most effect on me. Just because when all the news first came out about all the uprisings in Egypt, it was like a really big deal. And in my class we're kind of into the New York Times because Ms. Menike gets them, the history department gets them, and then she hands them out to all of us. And every day on the headlines was something with Egypt and some really dramatic pictures. So to actually talk to them and talk to people who have been through that was amazing for me.
World issues that we've discussed through our conferences have been current political issues. We've discussed issues regarding the tsunami and earthquake in Japan and how that affected the Japanese people.
Global problems can seem very depressing and impossible to overcome. My students often ask, what actions can an individual take to make an impact on these problems? So studying these problems can give my students a sense of hope and optimism.
Well, this class, the whole year, we discussed a plethora of issues, from human rights to the economy, to speaking with our local congressman about the death of Osama bin Laden. We really touched on every major issue that was current in the news.
My favorite video conference has to be the conference we did with a Holocaust survivor named Gerda Weissman-Klein. She was such a positive influence on our class. She showed us how the struggle and illness that she had gone through during the Holocaust really helped her want to help everyone in the world. For example, she helped inspire us to have our own food bank in our own school, and we raised about $500, and she really inspired us to want to make a change in the world and help people that are going through hunger and starvation.
CITVC brings together teachers and students from many different countries in collaborative projects that help us better understand each other and the world in which we live. Students and teachers exchange ideas and information about their schools, community, their daily life, and other topics of interest through video conferencing.
The class conference with students from Ghana, and they actually came over to the United States, and they're doing sort of a tour of the East Coast, I would say, and they were looking for places to be housed, so my family offered to have the kids and a teacher. We had 2 kids and a teacher in our house for a week, and it was one of these experiences that I will never ever forget. I mean, we bonded instantly, and we're still friends to this day. I mean, we may be from total opposite sides of the globe, but we still like the same music, we play the same things, we play the same sports, we play video games, watch TV. Everyone's just a kid, no matter where you are on this earth.
The New Jersey School Boards Association awarded Passaic Valley's Contemporary Issues Through Video Conferencing class the School Leader Award for 2011 due to its innovative and dynamic learning approach.
Well, Miss Menike is one of a kind. She stays up late trying to contact other countries and just writing storyboards, making sure everything goes smoothly for us.
And I think as a student having her, it kind of gives us recognition too at the same time, because the awards she's receiving are for this program. So to be able to say, I'm a student of CITVC and my teacher is winning like best of state awards for this program. And from talking to other countries, there's no other school, and I safely say that there's no other school that has a program like this, not even colleges. There's no university, no colleges, nothing that has a program like what she does. So she definitely deserves the awards. I mean, when I went to interview for a scholarship at my college, that was the thing they were most like taken aback by, is like, what is this program? Like, how does that even, you know what I mean? Like, how does that even make sense that at a high school level you're doing something like that? Because they hadn't even heard of it. So she definitely deserves the recognition she gets, and I hope next year she gets more.
I definitely think the most important thing that, CITVC has taught me is really how to present myself. It's how to keep your composure in pretty much any situation.
You cannot study only textbooks and take notes. You have to talk to different countries, because when you talk to them, you gain more information and you understand it better than reading a textbook.
Contemporary issues through video conferencing course is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is not, you don't see this in other schools.
Just to be aware of anything, like anything is relevant. Knowing about movies, knowing about music, current events, politics, anything is relevant. There's nothing to really do to prepare. Just brace yourself to work harder than you've ever worked before in your life.